sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
No, we changed it. Hey, report.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force. On the opening drive. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They run here with the second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Quinn Miners, third-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
That'll give them 8 that time. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the counter, here's Williams. And they'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with the 29-year-old Melvin Gordon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chunk this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Easy.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
In motion right is Austin. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he finds Austin complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41.
Hey. No.
To throw again is Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. Cortland Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton. 87 yards. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year. Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today. But they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
No, we change it.
Now Jackson. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because...
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. He did it again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Now Gordon on first down. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
You. 13. Oh.
They go play action now. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Yo.
Now Jackson on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
No, we changed it.
Jackson will throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
A man who missed all of 2021. This is J.K. Dobbins. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Now it's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
This is Hamler on the receiving end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. from way up at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the second half here with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action. It's Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Full. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll send Austin in motion right.
13.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Yo. Hey. No.
Now Jackson on second down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. It's Edwards again. Touchdown! Gus Edwards. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From way up at the 23. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Wilson. Open man Hamler, that's complete. He's got room at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. McManus's point after is good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown
On their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Hey, report. Report.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
You change it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
14, got it.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Williams again, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Javonte Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Set at the line for this next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah. Hey.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
13. Hey, middle.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit...
And Andrews lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
93 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me, because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first, this one from 38. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more first down to help salt this one away. They run it again with Williams. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again on the ground, again Crockett. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Well, CD, for the losing side.